Well, hi, all my LGBT friends and others. I'm still dealing with this sinus chest cold thing. Oh, such a nuisance. Anyway, um, uh, such is life, right? There's always something. Okay, I would like to get into reading the Bible, chapter 15 or 16? 15, right? Is that right? Wait a minute, hang on. No, sorry, chapter 16. Okay. But before I do, just a few comments, of course. um, the Burning Man. I think I mentioned this, but in case I haven't. I just want you guys to know, do you realize that burning an effigy of a man made of wood is very, very pagan and can cause up and drum up a lot of spiritual demons, okay? And there is a few Christian groups who go there to there's this one group that will exorcise demons from you. And I think they tout it as, something that's sort of new agey or whatever, but when you get in, then you realize that, it really is about the Lord, and that's just sort of how they kind of get around it. And they can, there's counselors there, and there's, Christian people who are trying to do their work, So if I had kids or whatever, I would not let them go there. There was one camp that got brutally harassed, and one girl went missing, and there's just all kinds of stuff that goes on that I just wouldn't. I wouldn't participate in something like that. Anyway, okay, so that's that, and then of course with North Korea detonating another atomic or nuclear, I don't know if it's nuclear or if it's atomic. Washington's saying it's atomic. On the, YouTube, they were saying nuclear, so I don't know what it is. But if he gets one of those things on a ship and then decides to launch it against us or South Korea or whoever they want to go against, that's not good either. And as soon as they did that, Obama jumped on a plane and hightailed it to Washington, D.C. Yesterday. So he was in like Mississippi or somewhere, and he just, you could watch the flight pattern, and he took off, rapidly to Washington. And which is good. I'm glad he's on top of that. And again, I'm not happy with what's going on with how he gave Iran billions, oh my gosh, in money and gold. Just deplorable. Just, he's like running around like he's the king, and hello, we have America, because why? We were under oppression by a king and a queen. Good grief. As you guys know, I'm a nationalist as well. Of course, I put God first, but he gave us this country for a reason. Sometimes, just want to shake somebody. Are you crazy? You know what I mean? Oh, gosh. Anyway. So many things going on. I need a hip replacement. I'm telling you guys, my hip has been killing me. It doesn't matter what you do as a young kid, your genetics and your DNA rule out. I mean, really, I was like a super great athlete growing up. So, I mean, you just have to, it's a daily thing. You have to watch your weight, you have to keep moving. And now I'm going to need a freaking hip replacement. I just don't want to even think about it. I've been praying daily, please just give me a new hip. Please give me a new hip. So, he may do it. So, but if not, I'll have to trust in the doctors because he made doctors too. So we'll see. Okay, chapter 16. Hopefully I have some time here. Okay. This is called the rebellion of Korah. The earth cleaveth asunder. Aaron stayeth the plague. Okay, and so, all right, so now the Korah, the son of Ishar, the son of Kohath, the son of Levi, and Dathan, and Abraham, the son of Elab, and On, the son of Peleth, sons of Rabin, took men. They rose up before Moses with certain of the children of Israel, 250 princes of the assembly, famous in the congregation, men of renown. And they gathered themselves together against Moses and against Aaron, and said unto them, Ye take too much upon you, seeing all the congregation are holy, every one of them, and the Lord is among them. Wherefore, when lift ye up yourselves above the congregation of the Lord? And when Moses heard it, he fell upon his face. And he spoke to Korah and unto his company, saying, Even tomorrow the Lord will show who are his and who is holy, and will cause him to come near unto him. Even him who hath chosen will he cause to come near unto him. Do this, take your censers, Korah and all his company, and put fire therein, and put incense in them before the Lord tomorrow. And it shall be that the man whom the Lord doth chose, he shall be holy. Ye take too much upon you, ye sons of Levi. And Moses said to Korah, Hear, I pray you, you sons of Levi. Submit it but a small thing unto you, that the God of Israel hath separated you from the congregation of Israel, to bring you near to himself, to do the service of the tabernacle of the Lord, and to stand before the congregation to minister unto them? And he hath brought thee near to him, and all thy brethren and the sons of Levi with thee, and ye seek the priesthood also? For which cause both thou and all thy company are gathered together against the Lord. And what is Aaron, that ye murmur against him? And Moses sent to call Dathan and Abiram and the sons of Elab, which said, We will not come up. It is a small thing that thou hast brought us up out of the land that floweth with milk and honey, to kill us in the wilderness, except that thou make thyself altogether a prince over us. Moreover, thou hast not brought us into the land that floweth with milk and honey, or given us inheritance of fields or vineyards. Wilt thou put out the eyes of these men? We will not come up. And Moses was very wroth. And he said unto the Lord, Respect thou not thy offering. I have not taken one ass from them, neither have I hurt one of them. And Moses said unto Korah, Be thou and all thy company before the Lord, thou and they and Aaron tomorrow. And take every man his censer, and put incense in them, and bring ye before the Lord every man his censer, 250 censers. Thou also and Aaron, each of you his censer. And they took every man his censer, and put a fire in them, and laid incense thereon, and stood in the door of the tabernacle of the congregation with Moses and Aaron. And Korah gathered all of the congregation against them unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, and the glory of the Lord appeared unto all the congregation. And the Lord spake unto Moses and unto Aaron, saying, Separate yourselves from among the congregation, that I may consume them in a moment. And they fell upon their faces and said, O God, of the spirit of all flesh, shall one man sin? Wilt thou be wroth with all the congregation? And the Lord spoke unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the congregation, saying, Get you up from about the tabernacle of Korah, Dathan, and Abiram. And Moses rose up and went into Dathan and Abiram, and the elders of Israel followed him. And he spoke unto the congregation, saying, Depart, I pray you, from the tents of this wicked men, touch nothing of theirs, lest you be consumed in all of their sins. And they got up from the tabernacle of Korah, Dathan, and Abiram on every side, and Dathan and Abiram came out and stood in the door of their tents, and their wives and their sons and their little children. And Moses said, Hereby ye shall know that the Lord hath sent me to do all these works, for I have not done them of my own mind. And if these men die, the common death of all men, or if they be visited after the visitation of all men, then the Lord hath not sent me. But if the Lord make a new thing, and the earth open her mouth, and swallow them up with all of their appertain unto them, they go down quick into the pit. Then ye shall understand that these men have provoked the Lord. And it came to pass, as he made an end of speaking all of these words, that the ground clave sunder that was under them. And the earth opened her mouth and swallowed them up, and their houses, and all the men that appertained unto Korah, and all of their goods. They that appertained to them went down alive into the pit, and the earth closed upon them, and they perished among the congregation. All Israel that were around about them fled at the cry of them, and they said, Lest the earth swallow us up also. And they came out of the fire from the Lord and consumed the 250 men that offered incense. The Lord spoke unto Moses, saying, I got to read that again, 35. And there came out a fire from the Lord and consumed the 250 men that offered incense. And the Lord spoke unto Moses, saying, Speak unto Eleazar the son of Aaron the priest, that he take up the censers out of the burning, and scatter thou the fire yonder, for they are hollowed. The censers of these sinners against their own souls, let them make them broad plates for a covering of the altar, for they offered them before the Lord. Therefore they are hallowed, and they shall be a sign unto the children of Israel. And Eleazar the priest took the brazen censers wherewith they that were burnt had offered, and they made a broad plate for a covering of the altar, to be a memorial unto the children of Israel, that no stranger which is not the seed of Aaron came near to offer incense before the Lord, that he be not as Korah, and as his company, as the Lord said to him by the hand of Moses. I'm going to stop there. That is verse 40, okay? And I'll start with 41 on the next video. Okay, thank you so much. Bye-bye.